One of the most overwhelming daily challenges emerges from what should be a simple routine: taking medication. Margaret's kitchen counter looks like a small pharmacy exploded. 12 prescription bottles line up in front of a coffee maker, each with labels containing instructions that seem designed to confuse rather than clarify. Take with food. Take on empty stomach. Take 2 hours before meals. Take at bedtime unless you experience dizziness. Don't take with calcium. Avoid grapefruit. May cause drowsiness or insomnia. The contradictions pile up like a cruel joke, and Margaret stares at them every morning wondering how she's supposed to follow instructions that seem to cancel each other out. Her blood pressure medication needs to be taken first thing in the morning, but her stomach medication requires food, and her thyroid pill must be taken on an empty stomach an hour before eating. Her diabetes medication goes with breakfast, but her cholesterol pill works best at dinner. Her arthritis medication can upset her stomach, so it needs food, but not the same meal as her iron supplement because they interfere with each other. Margaret has become a human chemistry experiment, trying to time and space medications to avoid dangerous interactions while ensuring each one works effectively. Seniors now average 8 medications daily, transforming medication management from a simple routine into a complex coordination challenge that requires military precision and pharmaceutical knowledge most people don't possess. These aren't just prescriptions from one doctor treating one condition. Margaret sees a cardiologist for her heart, an endocrinologist for her diabetes, a rheumatologist for her arthritis, an orthopedist for her back pain, and a psychiatrist for the depression that developed after her husband died. Each specialist prescribes medications within their expertise, but nobody takes responsibility for managing the interactions between all the drugs Margaret swallows daily. Her weekly pill organizer has become the most important item in her house. She spends every Sunday afternoon sorting medications into tiny compartments marked with days and times. Morning, noon, evening, bedtime. The ritual takes 45 minutes because she double-checks each pill against the bottles, counts carefully, and reviews the timing requirements. One mistake could mean taking her blood thinner twice or missing her heart medication entirely. The weight of this responsibility sits on her shoulders constantly because she lives alone and has no backup system if she makes an error. Margaret's insurance changes which medications they cover without warning, forcing her to switch between brand names and generics that look completely different but supposedly work the same way. Last month, her insurance stopped covering her preferred diabetes medication and substituted a generic version that comes in different colored pills. The pharmacist assured her they're identical, but Margaret spent 3 weeks convinced she was taking the wrong medication because the pills looked nothing like what she'd been taking for 2 years. Medication errors among seniors living alone represent a dangerous reality that most families don't fully understand. Margaret accidentally took her morning medications twice last Tuesday because she couldn't remember if she'd already taken them. The duplicate dose of her blood pressure medication made her dizzy and nauseous for the entire day, but she didn't call anyone because she felt embarrassed about the mistake. She's developed a system of moving pill bottles from one side of the counter to the other after taking them. But on busy mornings or when she's distracted, the system breaks down. The side effects from multiple medications create a cascade of new health problems that require additional medications. Margaret's blood pressure medication causes ankle swelling, so her doctor prescribed a diuretic. The diuretic depletes her potassium, requiring a potassium supplement. The potassium supplement upsets her stomach, leading to an acid reducer. Each solution creates new problems that require pharmaceutical fixes, building a house of chemical cards that grows more unstable with each addition. The financial pressure of medication costs forces Margaret into impossible choices between health needs and other essential expenses. When her insurance stopped covering her arthritis medication, the monthly cost jumped to $347. She tried stretching the pills by taking them every other day instead of daily, but the increased joint pain made simple tasks like opening jars and climbing stairs excruciating. She eventually asked a doctor for samples and generic alternatives, but the reduced effectiveness meant accepting a lower quality of life to maintain financial stability. Margaret quietly discontinued her expensive cholesterol medication 6 months ago because the monthly cost strained her budget, and she convinced herself that her other heart medications provided sufficient protection. She hasn't told her cardiologist about this decision because she's embarrassed about the financial concerns and worried he'll lecture her about the importance of following prescribed treatments. Her sleep medication creates a particularly troubling dilemma because it helps her sleep but causes morning grogginess that increases her fall risk. She's fallen twice in the past year while getting up during the night, both times when the sleep medication made her unsteady. She's afraid to stop taking it because her insomnia was unbearable, but she's equally afraid of falling and breaking a hip. Managing medications has become Margaret's part-time job, consuming hours each week coordinating pharmacy visits, insurance approvals, doctor appointments, and timing requirements. The mental energy devoted to medication management leaves less capacity for enjoying life, maintaining relationships, and pursuing interests that could improve her overall health and happiness.